Hello and welcome to Orion High School. My name is Dr. Joseph Gallegos and I'm the founder and CEO of Orion Online Learning. And I'm here to give you a little bit of information about this adult program for students who are entering into our school who are over the age of 18 and who have been out of school for just a little bit. In this program, we're going to provide you with the steps necessary to be able to understand how the program works and to be able to provide you with some budgetary information about what happens before and after you earn your high school diploma. The very beginning of making any consumer decision at this school is that we want you to take a survey called the Digital Learning Readiness Survey, or DLRS. The Digital Learning Readiness Survey you'll find there in the admissions page, but it provides you, the consumer, with valuable information about how digital schools like ours work, the time necessary for you to spend each day on your course or courses, and the time span necessary for you to be able to understand how to be diploma eligible at our school. So some of the most important things that you might find out about yourself through taking the Digital Learning Readiness Survey is whether or not this school is for you or maybe another type of school is. Some of the most important features about the Digital Learning Readiness Survey is that we'll give you some really good information about your answers. There's not any wrong answers. There's just really good feedback about whether you should attend a digital school like ours. Once you submit the survey and you're happy with the results, then you should be able to proceed with the admissions application if you wish. Once the admissions application is submitted, you self-enroll into a course called Orientation and Induction. At our school, Orientation and Induction carries a 1/2 credit. 0.5 credit can be earned within the month that you're enrolled in the course. The course is a structured course which introduces you to the tools of digital learning at Orion High School and requires you to update your profiles in 2 areas at our school, the social and the classroom center. You're guided through how we proceed with graduation planning, and then we guide you through navigation in both elective courses and in core courses, and then you're required to have it finished by the end of the month. And by the way, the entry into the orientation and induction course is what the $150 that you pay in the RenewU program. When you submitted that application, that $150 covers the cost of your orientation and induction course. Now then, within the orientation and induction course, you're going to have a Module 3 that we're going to talk about in a little bit that helps you understand a little bit more about budgeting. On the first day of the month after you complete the orientation and induction course, you begin your coursework at Orion. And depending on the number of courses that are required for you to graduate, then that's the amount of time that you'll be spending at our school. So a student who comes in with the required, say, 18 or more credits, you're going to spend about 5 months with us, 4 to 5 months, give or take. And you're required to complete the coursework, get passing grades, and if all of that works well, then you're going to be with us for about, again, 4 to 5 months. During your last course, which we call coincidentally last course, you're going to be receiving information, and you'll be receiving information from advising throughout your coursework with us. But during last course, you receive a really important announcement from your advisor that says you're in your last course, you've got to apply for graduation, and then you go forward and apply for graduation. We'll cover that in the budgeting section here shortly. So this just kind of shows a little bit of timelines and the requirements for graduation. So for the adult program, which we call again the RenewU program, learners coming in are required to have 22 credits or more to graduate from our school. Now, 4 of those credits have to come from English, Language Arts, and Reading, and there's a list of courses within the admissions section of this page over there on the right-hand side. You have to have 3 credits in mathematics. You have to have 3 credits in science, 3 credits in social studies, and then you have to have 9 total electives. Now, students who come to us with, let's say, 18 credits, those credits, you should look at your transcript to determine that you have 4 or however many you have in English, however many you have in math, social studies, social studies, math, science, and then you have 9 in electives. So if you kind of plug those into our requirements, that will give you a really good idea of what's left for you to complete. And that gives you a good idea because what's left for you to complete will cost you $100 per credit. So let's say you have 17 credits here coming in. So we're requiring you to have 22, and they have to be in the right places. Remember that. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That means that you've got to have at least 6 credits in order for you to graduate. I'm sorry, 5 credits in order for you to graduate. So in order for you to graduate with you come in with 17 credits, you have to have the 5 credits because that gets you 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, plus your orientation month. So you have $150 that you've paid for your orientation month, plus $100 each for 5 credits, so that's $500 over time. So here's the rule. You can take 1 credit per month, so the first month you would pay $100, then when you start your next course the second month, etc., etc. The maximum you can do is 2 credits per month. Now typically we're only going to let you start with 1, but the maximum you can do is 2, so you would pay 200, 200, and then 100. That's how that would kind of roll out. So if you're looking at a transcript that's been given to you from your last school, or you have a sample of it, or whatever the case might be, and by the way, on this site you can turn in, you can submit that transcript. We'll give it a look for you, and we'll talk to you about budgeting for your diploma eligibility. So even if you have 22 or 23 or 24 credits, then the minimum required at this school to earn a high school diploma, for what we call diploma eligibility, is 5 credits must be earned at this school in order to be diploma eligible at this school. So I'm telling you that because many times we have students come to us and they say, look, I failed the state assessment in U.S. history. Can I pay the fee and come to you and take 1 class and earn my diploma? The answer is no. You have to have 5 credits in order to earn your diploma from this school, and by the way, any other digital schools that are accredited by Advanced Education or by Southern Association, which is our accrediting institution. So those are the overall requirements for graduation. Let's take a little bit of a closer look at some of the other functions. And here's what I was talking about. So tuition and fees. We have this 25% rule that I just talked about on the last slide that says the minimum number of credits that you're going to have to take with us. If you have 22, 23, 24, 25, 28 credits coming in, you got to take 5 credits in order to graduate. So budget, $150 for the first month, which is your orientation and induction course, $100 a month for 5 courses, so $100 for each course, I'm sorry. So that means $650 overall. Now you have to be enrolled in a course, at least 1 course every month. 2 is the max. So you can't take a month off. You have to at least budget $100 each month in order for you to continue in this RenewU program and become diploma eligible. So here's another way to look at this. On orientation and induction, that's $150 that you're going to pay with your application. That gives you access to self-register into the orientation course at our school, and you must be ready and complete by the last day of the month. Now, during that orientation course, we're going to provide you a graduation plan, which will solidly let you understand which exact courses you're going to be taking toward becoming diploma eligible. Now, if that orientation course has to be completed by the last day of the month, if you don't complete it, then you're eligible to receive 50 of that back, and you've got to re-enroll into that orientation and induction and get it done. So, get it done, spend the time to get it done correctly, work with us to help you get started, and you'll get started and be well on your way. Now, there's a per course fee, which I just talked about. You're provided with the course requirements during your orientation or before if you submitted a transcript to us. So you should budget $100 per course, and you must request at least 1 course per month in order to comply with what we call the continuous enrollment policy and attendance policy at our school. Now, courses are requested during our advising window. We review that with you when you're enrolled. It must be paid for prior to the first day of the month in order for you to start on the first. You can't start late. You have to start your courses on the first day of the month. So, first day of the month is our school-wide start date for all of our learners. Now, keep in mind that at this school, we have regular 6th graders, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, and we have you in our adult program. So, learners needing the minimum of 5 credits, you pay $150 for your orientation and induction month, $100 per course. So, if you take 1 course per month, that's going to take you 5 months after you've completed your orientation and induction. And then finally over here, there's one last thing that you're going to budget for. You're going to budget for your graduation fee, which is $25.50. And then anytime that you request a record from us that's be sent to you or another institution after you graduate, then those fees do apply. Those are $5.50, and those are subject to change depending on the year. But right now, your graduation request is not submitted prior to. We don't collect any tuition. We don't bundle tuition. with their graduation request because that would be unfair to us if you don't happen to complete the requirements. So we wait for that last course. Your advisor will direct you at the time necessary for you to be able to fill out the graduation request form. So if you're budgeting toward the end, you're going to budget $25.50 in order to submit that form, which gets you your diploma and 1 copy of official transcript. Okay, so I addressed the DLRS, the Digital Learning Readiness Survey here. Just want to very quickly tell you these things. I know you can read the slide. I want to tell you that the purpose of the survey is to become self-aware. Can I do this? What do I need to know in order to be able to function at Orion High School that is a digital school? I want to be an informed consumer. I want to know what I'm getting myself into. And then we call this thing that we call efficacy, which is it can help you, the potential learner, understand your own efficacy, what's called the things that you can really handle around digital learning. So we're not trying to turn you away. We want you to be an informed consumer coming into a digital school. Now, how do we use the results? We use the results to have an initial conversation with you. So once you submit that application and we see your DLRS, we're going to have a conversation with you and talk with you about the results of the survey. And that, as a result of the conversation, you can say, oh, okay, I'm interested in this school, or no, I'm not really interested because I don't think I'm a good fit. The DLRS is not a gatekeeper. In other words, it's not keeping you away from our school necessarily. It's not a computer literacy assessment. We're not testing you how well you can function in and around a computer. However, you should have some very basic skills around the computer. And it's not an indicator of whether you're going to be successful in a digital school. It is an indicator of those things that you have to be really aware of that will make you highly successful in and around your courses in the digital school. So that's the component pieces of the admissions application. They're very simple. Following the survey, now you're armed with information. You're going to complete the admissions application. You submit a $150 fee with that application, and then you follow the instructions, because this is kind of the first step, the first test out of the box, if you will, is that you get an email that directs you to do certain things. We want you to open it. We want you to follow the steps in order to do that. And we want you to do that immediately so that you can get started, because the more time that is spent within the month, that's more time that you lose to be able to complete the orientation and induction course. After the admissions application, then you move into the component pieces of the orientation and induction course. Like I said earlier, it is a structured course. There are 5 what we call modules in this course. But after you successfully complete this orientation and induction course, you will have the knowledge and skills necessary to be able to be successful in your digital classroom once you begin. So there's some information there on the slide that talks about module 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We purposefully put assignments within those modules so that you're required to complete them, so that we know we're getting you ready to be able to be successful in the digital classroom. Successful completion of all the modules and assignments means that you're going to earn 5.5, a half credit, going into your plan of action here, your graduation plan. And then finally, last course in diploma eligibility, which is what we've been talking about. You continue through your coursework per the graduation planner that we provide you and talk with you about during orientation. And then you fill out the graduation request form and you qualify for graduation. So those are the steps necessary in our digital school. So the big points here are everyone should take the survey so that you become self-aware of what your own personal skills in approaching digital learning are. And know then that you should budget your money appropriately. You're going to pay $150 to enter the orientation and induction course. That's the application fee that you're going to pay up front. Then you're going to budget. We require 22 credits. So you should count the number of credits that you have. If you have none, that means that you have to earn 22 credits at our school. That's the requirement. So if you have 0 credits coming in and you take 1 credit a month, you're going to pay $100 a month. That's going to take you 22 months. If you have no credits, again, another example here, you're going to pay $150 the first month for your orientation and induction course. And then if you want to take 2 courses, and then that's over 11 months, and you take 2 courses over 11 months, that means it will take you 11 months to complete the requirements for diploma eligibility in this program. So we'll help you budget your time. Again, lastly, there is a survey, there is a transcript evaluation link that's in the admissions area. We'd be glad to look at your transcript and give you a really good, firm idea of what to tell you regarding your budget. We hope that you can attend our digital school, and we hope that this information is helpful to you. Have a great day.